Little bit.
Welcome back to Little Bits of Language. Today we have a fun animated read aloud of a story in English. If you prefer lower sensory input or a bedtime read, we have a softer version available on our channel. Our read alouds are done by Aisha and I, co-founders of Little Bits of Language and fellow speech language pathologists. We love bringing our childhood language development expertise to you, one little bit at a time. Some little bits we'd like to share with you today are some reading tips to think about while you're listening to and watching this read aloud. You can also use some of these tips after the fact. The first one is to use WH questions. Again, you can use this during the story and ask, who is that? Where are they going? What are they doing? And you can ask those questions after the story as well. This will really help seal in details and information about the story. The second is to pause when needed, whether you're pausing the video here to wait before you go on to the next part of the story. If you're reading an actual book and you're just taking the time to process, hey, what's going on? Let's kind of rehash what's been going on in the story before moving on. Use pauses generously as much as you need them. The third thing is to relate the story to a child's real life as much as possible. Maybe you're reading a story about a character going to the park and you all just went the day before and you can talk about that. Oh, remember, we did this yesterday too. We saw some of these things as well. Maybe there's slides and a swing and things like that. So that's important to relate to their own life. And the last big tip that we have for this one is to retell when you can. Maybe you're going to, in those pauses, you might retell something that just occurred, or you might read through the whole story and allow an opportunity to retell after the fact by flipping through the pages and just letting the child point and talk about the story. This will be really important to, again, seal in any of those details you've already talked about, review and think about the story events that took place, and that starts to help them form their own narratives and how to structure stories in the future. So make sure you use these tips as needed. We leave them there just as something to think about and then remind you of, but you're certainly welcome to do any of those at any time that they feel right, and as much as you need to. So now let's get into today's story.
The Little Red Hen. A traditional tale illustrated by Barry Downard. This book is dedicated to all animals everywhere. Love them, respect them, and care for them. After all, animals are people too. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who lived in a barnyard, along with a duck, a pig, and a cat. One day, the little red hen found some grains of wheat. "Look, look," she clucked. "Who will help me plant this wheat?" "Not I," said the duck. "Not I," said the pig. "Not I," said the cat. "Then I will plant it myself," said the little red hen, and she did. The wheat grew tall and golden, and the little red hen knew that it was ready to be cut. "Who will help me cut the wheat?" she asked. "Not I," said the duck. "Not I," said the pig. "Not I," said the cat. "Then I will cut it myself," said the little red hen, and she did. "Now," said the little red hen, "it is time to take this wheat to the miller, who will grind it into flour. Who will help me take the wheat to the mill?" "Not I," said the duck. "Not I," said the pig. "Not I," said the cat. "Then I will take it myself," said the little red hen, and she did. The miller ground the wheat into fine white flour and put it into a sack for the little red hen. When she returned to the barnyard, the little red hen asked, "Who will help me make this flour into dough?" "Not I," said the duck, the pig, and the cat all at once. "Then I will make the dough myself," said the little red hen, and she did. When the dough was ready for baking in the oven, the little red hen asked, "Who will help me bake the bread?" "Not I," said the duck. "Not I," said the pig. "Not I," said the cat. "Then I will bake it all by myself," said the little red hen, and she did. Soon the white dough turned into bread. It was a delicious golden brown color and ready to be eaten. As she took it from the oven, the little red hen asked, "Well, who will help me eat this warm, fresh bread?" "I will," quacked the duck. "I will," oinked the pig. "I will," meowed the cat. No, you won't, said the little red hen. You wouldn't help me plant the seeds. You wouldn't help me cut the wheat. You wouldn't help me go to the miller. You wouldn't help me make the dough. You wouldn't help me bake the bread. Now I will eat this bread all by myself. And she did. The end.
What a great story, right? Now let's see how much everybody was paying attention. We're going to be putting up some questions that we as speech therapists use to check for understanding of the story. These questions can also be asked during the story, and you're welcome to do that when you watch the next read aloud, or if you want to stay tuned just after these questions show, there's going to be an opportunity to tell the story in your own words with a silent retell video. Now let's get into those questions. Good luck! Thank you so much for listening to today's story. Remember to like and subscribe to stay connected with us. We'll continue to post more videos with story read alouds, recommended toys for kids, speech therapy questions, and any topics or videos requested by you, our audience. Also, remember to check out our social media pages and our website, littlebitsoflanguage.com, for more content. See you soon.
Little bit. Little bit.